this tight here. From this side here. I don't want this loose, where he's going to pop his head up and come up on me again. So once I get on top of that, I basically like drop my weight, hang on that, and keep that in tight. Shoot up under here, of course, as much tight as I can. Some guys you can actually put your hands together. If you can clasp your hands together, man, you've got them. Okay. Now, what do you see right from here? Striking wise. Right? There's the knees, right? There's all the knees, but it's easy to take him down and trip him. Okay. If I just simply turn him to the ground and take my palms to the ground like this, I have what's called stocks. Now I would let his head go so you can see what would happen. His neck's cranked like that, and I would take my base here and switch it and sit back. And that would take that head, bend it all the way forward and crank that neck. Okay, so that's one of my favorites.
That's gonna be a kill. So you know, no one's getting up from that.
That's one of my favorite street defenses for someone shooting in like that. If I can get that double underhooks on him and use that stocks.
Phil, make sure when you do that double underhook that you got it tight. Let's say Sifu has it on me. If you're holding that loose, they can easily pop out of it. You got to make sure you got it tight right from the beginning, because that's when they're going to try. They know that's their best chance to get out of that.
Okay. So I shoot this in and I get tight on it and grab his clothes. Okay. I could literally do a roll, a back roll fall, and roll him over top of me and land him in the position we went in and just turn away and take down. Okay? So again, I'm going to go ahead and loosen him up. There's some strikes. I can attack very easily to take down. Okay? I've got him off balance and control him. Now, if I lose this, I'm going to switch to that guillotine. But this never gets loose here. It stays in tight. Switch to there, and I'll watch my grip. 5-finger grip. Like a monkey paw. I'm not going to grab my wrist like most people would grab. It's not as strong. So my grip is going to go here. See that? I'm going to stay faced out. I'm going to pull straight up on this as I do it. And Brady's hard to choke, so if he's tapping, I've got it on tight. Now, what's a lot of times is going to happen from this position, like I said, one position I don't mind falling to my back on if I've got that choke in there tight. Everything's tight. Look. I keep my elbows sucked into my body too, okay? So as we go down, I'll loosen up on him.
He may barrel you over.
Yeah, that's what's happening. He's driving me back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my legs up and cross them. If I can't cross them, I'm still just going to dig them in. Because really the key is I squeeze my knees together, and then as you just see what my hands will be doing. As I do this, I do that. So I get that two-way motion going. Like that, and I mean they'll tap so fast and so hard, it won't be one of these. It'll be like, let go. So those are the two main defenses, and if depending on what happens, as it starts to go to the ground or his energy changes, you're in such a good starting position that you can transition to a lot of other things right from there. That nice tight double underhooks for the stocks. Switch to the guillotine. You get those two. You got pretty much what you need for someone shooting
in position, especially in the street. Stay on top. You know,
nice and tight.
Don't fall to your back like you're doing here if you already have position. What a leg trip or something, take him down. But don't you go on the bottom in the street if you don't have to.
Right. You you go by feel, and sometimes you get barreled over on your back, and you just work from there. But if you've got that guillotine on, go ahead and throw the guard on and see if you can get that hold, get the submission. If he pops out, then I'm going to start sticking strikes in there again. Elbows and hammer fists are real good from guard, and loosen him up, get him to start pulling away from me, then I'll switch to a sweep or something. I've lost that guillotine. If I lose the guillotine, then it's gone. I go for something else. But I've tapped guys out with that guillotine before I ever studied Jiu-Jitsu. They shoot in, arms wide like this, grab that head, fall back, throw your legs over, lock them together, crank it on.